Welcome to My Community Life, the channel where every video is a tiny snapshot of what it's like to live in a community. It's now winter, but a couple of months back it was very much autumn, and I was making a bit of headway with my compost toilet. Autumn is well underway. We've got some really awesome mushrooms growing near my compost toilet. So this is a parasol, which is edible, although quite a lot of people are allergic to it. And then these ones are also in the same family as the ones that you buy in the shops, agaricus. They've got lovely brown tops on. I'll do a spore print of those. So we've got mushrooms growing, but winter's coming on, and I want to have that compost toilet ready by the time it's winter, and I don't have to go very far. So it's time for me to dig the hole. People say that elderwood isn't useful for anything. Well, I found a use for it. I've used some of the sticks, and now I am using it basically to measure how big my hole is going to be. Well, we're getting marked out ready to do the hole, but I just got a message from Cliff, who's going to help me to cut the hole in our bit of board. So I'm going to run off and cut a rectangular hole in there. Got a hole in place, and then that is going to go into our compost toilet this way, because I figured I want to be somewhere near to the pipe where the hole's going to be. And I'm actually going to have the hole running lengthways so that you can squat over it here and then easily move to use the pipe. So the idea of that is it separates the wee so that the wee doesn't go in there, because that's what makes it smell. I've used some string here which will hopefully stick around and won't get in the way too much, and that's just marking out because obviously I'm going to have to remove the sticks. So I've got an assortment of tools here for digging holes. Working in such confined spaces means you have to be a bit creative with the way that you manoeuvre the shovel. Because if I try and go that way, it doesn't work. Quite a few roots in here. At least these roots are fairly easy to snap off. Makes life a lot easier. The wheelbarrow's full. We've made a pretty good start on our hole, and I think that's a good sign that it's probably time to call it a day. The soil I'm gonna keep here because I'm planning to do a wattle and daub for basically earth and some other stuff, sand and stuff like that is going to go between these, because at the moment if someone was to come past, which people don't generally, then they might be able to see me on the loo, so that'll just make it a little bit more private for me. So we had a little bit of wind, and the same thing happened again. It came off, or most of it came off, and I noticed that one bit of string had managed to hook itself down here and was actually holding it a lot better than some of my pegs. I think the ground is a bit too soft, but I mean, you know, this structure is great because it can hold, you can basically peg it in all different places. So learning from that, I've basically just attached it in various places, and the extra top I've just kind of folded over and then secured because I don't want it to flap around. So we've got our board down and it's pretty stable as it is, so I'm wondering, do I need the 2x4 to secure it at the edges? I could have it propped up, which might introduce airflow in, which might be good for the compost. I'll have to look up that. But yeah, a little bit of thinking to do. So I've road tested my toilet, and I've had a bit of a think and a bit of a look online, and there's a few things which I am still considering. So first off, when I went in it was pitch black because It's got a canopy over here and no moonlight is going to be able to get through. And then you've also got this. So yeah, pitch black. So I've got myself a little light, and we'll try and put that up in there. So you can see how dark it is. Almost fell into the hole. And then we'll attach that to this handy bit of string that's dangling down. Okay, there we go. And then bit of light on the matter. The other thing is that the soil is, as I was saying before, quite crumbly, and so it's basically all just going to slowly crumble in as I keep using it day after day. What they say online is in that case you need to basically line it with a bit of wood or something, which is a bit annoying because I've got to get more wood. On zero budget we'll have to scrounge some wood, but it doesn't have to be good wood, doesn't have to be nice wood, just needs to be enough to stop all the edges from crumbling in. So yeah, and the other aspect I've been thinking about is how am I going to design the separator system to be comfortable, and that is something, it's one of those things you can't really tell until you try it. So yeah. But for now I figure it doesn't hurt to do a little bit more digging.